Listen closely. If a woman does not have respect for you, she will never fully want you. She may like you, she might love the attention, but respect, that is the real difference between a short-lived attraction and lasting power. You do not lose a woman's respect just because you are too nice. You lose it because of the self-sabotaging attitudes you hold inside every day. Pay attention, because by the end of this video, you will be fully empowered and on a new path. Let's begin. Stephanie here. Welcome to The Manipulated Mind. So in this video, I am explaining 5 powerful attitudes that instantly change how women see you, talk to you, and treat you. Let's get started. Attitude number 1, you do not need to be liked. So most men do not understand they are trying to be liked. They just think they are being respectful, being emotionally intelligent. They think they are being mature in certain situations. But underneath all that is one quiet driver. If she approves of me, I am safe. And that mindset reveals itself in ways you never actually notice. Wanting to be liked is not about the words or anything like that. It is really about tiny decisions. You pause before speaking, weaken your opinions, laugh at things you do not find funny, you agree more quickly than you should, you accept small disrespect to avoid any tension. And none of this seems dramatic, and that is why it is so dangerous. Women do not actively see this, they feel it. And what we feel is a man who is self-adjusting instead of being self-directed. Truth is, a man who needs to be liked is not leading the interaction. He's just plainly reacting to it. And respect cannot exist where leadership is missing. Now, let's destroy a misconception. Not needing to be liked does not mean being disagreeable, being aloof, being emotionally unavailable. I mean, those are, if you ask me, protective walls. Not needing to be liked actually means you do not leave yourself behind to keep things peaceful. Get it? You are willing to let there be friction, to let her disagree, to let tension exist without rushing to fix it. That is emotional strength, and it's key. Because women do not respect men who need outside validation. We respect men who validate themselves. When you trust your own decisions, values, and reactions, she feels stable around you. And that is the big change. So the man who does not need to be liked speaks calmly without planning, says no without saying sorry, disagrees without being angry, walks away without a reason when necessary, and stays calm when misunderstood. It doesn't make him unkind, it makes him solid. It's a puzzle. The less you try to be liked, the more your approval is important, because approval from someone who doesn't need it feels earned. Women do not lose respect because you are imperfect. We actually do because you do not trust yourself when things get hard. And here's a final truth. Your goal should be not just to be liked, but to be rooted, right? When she realizes you are comfortable being misunderstood, comfortable with being disagreed with, comfortable with standing alone if that's what's required, respect stops being something she can take away, and attraction finally has something solid to hold on to. Attitude number 2, you move at your own pace. Men who hurry are not excited, they're full of doubt, and doubt kills respect faster than almost anything else. When you hurry to text back, hurry to clarify feelings, hurry to define the relationship, hurry to secure her commitment, what you are really saying is, I do not trust myself if this does not work out. I'll show you. You meet a woman you like. She pulls back a little, maybe slower replies, less excitement, And a man who moves at her pace will get scared. He'll send some long message, ask what is different, and try to fix the situation. A man who moves at his own pace, he notices and does nothing. He simply does not want to leave his inner calm when doubt shows up, and that is power. Ask yourself this: when things slow down, do you go faster or do you stay steady? Here's why this is important. Women are constantly looking for emotional leadership. They want to know if things get confusing, will this man fall apart or will he stay grounded? Now, let us be clear, moving at your own pace does not mean playing games or holding back affection or acting distant. What I am saying is, do not let her emotional changes control your behavior. And it's key. Still show interest, still start conversations, but do not overreact. And by that I mean, let her attraction have space. If her doubt becomes your emergency, she becomes the prize and you become the chaser. Respect changes the moment a woman realizes she cannot rush you, pressure you, or take control of your emotions. When you move at your own pace, you are clearly saying, hey, I enjoy you, but I don't leave myself behind for results. And that's when her interest turns into respect, because now she's not just choosing you, she's proving herself to keep up with the man that you are. Does moving at your own pace feel difficult? Share your biggest challenge with it in the comments below before we continue. Attitude number 3. You hold standards without telling everyone about them. Men without strength do not actually have standards. They have wishes that they are willing to change the moment attraction is at risk. Here's an error they make. They believe standards are something you explain. They believe boundaries only work well when you talk about them clearly. They believe respect comes from being understood, and it does sound logical, but I'll tell you why it's not always true. Because the moment you state a standard, you turn it into a talk. Talks invite testing, and women will not respect standards that need protection. They respect standards that are non-negotiable through behavior. What do I mean? Let's say a woman starts doing something you don't like. A man who states his standards sits her down and says something like, hey, I just want to be clear about what I want. When you do this, it makes me feel blah, blah, blah. Or he'll say something like, I need steady behavior. Now, what you think you are doing is leadership, correct? But what she sometimes feels is, he's asking me to change so he can stay comfortable. You see? So that's not authority, it's making a deal. And making a deal destroys respect. Listen to me, there's a main principle to remember. Standards are not rules you force on other people. They are tests you apply to your own time and energy, right? So you don't tell a woman how to behave, you decide how much time she gets based on how she behaves. That's the important change. A man with real standards doesn't fight every small mistake. He answers to it with less time, less emotional closeness, less effort. No anger or bad attitude, no long talk, just action. You know, if you feel the need to explain a boundary so she understands, you are trying to keep a connection, not protect your self-respect. Don't get me wrong, there's a place for clearly talking about your boundaries, and I've discussed that. I've talked about that in earlier videos. But there's also an idea to be made for holding standards quietly, and that requires emotional control, because stating standards almost feels good. You get to let it out. You get to feel heard. You get to believe that you did the right thing. But quiet standards force you to handle discomfort. They force you to face that someone may not meet your expectations. They force you to walk away without a clear ending. That's why most men don't do it, because they'd rather explain than change their actions. They'd rather talk than do something. They'd rather make a deal than lose her presence. A man who talks about standards is asking for help. A man who follows standards doesn't need it. Here's the strange part. When you stop telling your standards, women become more interested in them. What are they? Because now she's watching your behavior. She's figuring out the rules. She notices, this guy doesn't run after me when I pull back. I'll clear up another misconception. Holding standards does not necessarily mean being cold, strict, or unforgiving, okay? That's pride pretending to be strength. Real standards are calm, steady, not interesting to argue with, okay? The goal is not to punish.
So you do not punish, you do not threaten, you do not warn. You simply do not give special treatment to behavior that does not match your standards. Get it? Women do not rise to standards you shout about. We rise to standards you live without apology. If this feels like the kind of honest talk you do not get to hear anywhere, you are in the right place. I do not teach men how to chase women. I teach men how to become the men women are drawn to naturally. Now, let us keep going. Attitude number 4. You are emotionally steady under pressure. Hey, I will not avoid the truth. Women respect emotional stability. A lot of men think being emotional means being expressive, open, or passionate, and that is not necessarily the problem. The issue is who loses control of themselves when things begin to feel scary, right? Because here's what women are always checking for, consciously or not. When pressure shows up, does this man stay grounded or does he fall apart? I have said that in many videos of mine, and the question gets answered fast. Let us talk about what pressure looks like in real life. Okay, pressure is a few things. Mixed signals, delayed replies, mood shifts, hot and cold behavior, sudden distance, disagreements, unclear feelings, and I could keep going. Now watch the difference. A reactive man will behave like this. In texts, he demands clarity, withdraws in a big way, gets passive-aggressive, blows up emotionally, or breaks down and begs for comfort. Guess what a steady man does? He notices what's going on, pauses, stays centered, answers, and does not react. The part you're missing is women do not create pressure to be cruel, right? Pressure shows who you are when you are not in control. So if doubt makes you feel anxious, defensive, or needy, she will feel that right away. Here's a simple example. She pulls back for a few days. A reactive man thinks there's danger. He sends, "Hey, what's wrong?" Then another message. Then he explains how much he's into her. Then he asks for comfort. What she feels will not be closeness. It will start to be a heavy burden. A steady man, however, will notice the pullback and stay the same. He will not chase, like I said, will not punish, will not make a big scene. He gives space without disappearing. And that's how it should be. And this kind of balance is rare. Rarity is what creates the respect. Let us clear something up. Emotional steadiness does not mean hiding your emotions. It means your emotions do not control your behavior. If you can feel uncertainty without acting from fear, you can feel disappointment without breaking down. You can feel attraction without losing yourself. You see where I'm headed with this? That's true emotional intelligence, guys. Women respect men who can handle emotional space without being taken over by it. How do you handle pressure? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help others. We're almost done, but the final attitude is crucial, so don't stop watching now. Attitude 5. You value your life more than the relationship. This one is hard for men to hear because it sounds selfish. It sounds cold. Sounds like you do not care. But in truth, it is the base of lasting respect. You see, when a woman becomes the main focus of your life, you stop being the center of yourself, and she will not respect you if you give up your own core. If losing her will destroy your sense of direction, she will feel that burden. Let us talk about real situations. You stop going to the gym because she wants more time. You stop seeing friends because she doesn't like them. You stop pushing your goals because, well, the relationship feels good enough, right? You think you're investing. What you're actually doing is putting her above everything. A man who values his life more than the relationship still shows up. Don't get me wrong, he still cares. He still puts in effort. What he doesn't do is trade his purpose for connection. And that's the difference. Women respect men who are anchored. Let us destroy another myth. Valuing your life more does not mean ignoring her. It means your sense of self does not fade into the relationship. You do not chase to keep her. You do not hold on tight to avoid loss. You do not become small to maintain peace. You lead your life, and she chooses whether she wants to walk beside you or not. What is one thing you value about your life that you would never give up for a relationship? Tell me in the comments below. Ultimately, this is what I want you to remember. Respect is built through how you move, how you respond, and what you allow. So if you didn't hear anything else I said in the video, please remember that. Stephanie here. Thanks for watching. If this video changed your perspective, show your support. Like, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to The Manipulated Mind for more truths that aren't spoken anywhere else. Catch you in the next video. Cheers!